Welcome to Rad Round Show. I'm your host, Rad Round, the poster child for ADHD. We are going to do another review. We have special guests today again. We have Madison and Sydney. These are my daughters, and with us, as always, we got Jessie. Megan's not here today. She had her father is sick right now, and she's taking care of him. So she'll hopefully be on the next episode with the Caught Red podcast crew. And we're going to talk about something I've been excited about for a long time, and I got to share it with my daughters. And Megan and Jessie came, and they we all watched it together. Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. Heck yeah. Let's get into it, everybody.
The juice is loose.
Huh? Yes, absolutely. All right, guys. So, I don't even know where to start. I was so stoked about Beetlejuice 2. They've been talking about it for 40 years, 30 years, something like that. It's been like 30 years, over 30 years. Yep, 30 years since the last one, and Tim Burton and
writing the script for years too.
Yeah. Winona Ryder and all the cast like maybe we should, maybe we shouldn't. Tim wasn't sure because he usually knocks it out the park. He's one of my favorite directors of all time. But, he wasn't sure if they were going to give him funding for it and this and that. And they finally decided, to pull the trigger on it.
Their budget was like 4 times.
I think, what was it, 15 million or 20 million the first time?
That's not bad.
This was 100 and...
But they wanted to keep it like the same kind of old school,
right,
cheaper looking movie.
Yeah, it still costs them $100 million.
I know.
So I don't know. It's just how it goes, I guess. But they did it. Like, okay, so in the second movie, the house was gone. They literally rebuilt the house. They literally rebuilt the bridge. Some of the buildings from the town were still there, but the facades of them were completely different. So they literally went and redid the whole town. Crazy thing is, this is a little tidbit I learned. I'm not so sure if this is factual or not, but I heard this is true. That the statue, remember the weird statue?
Yeah.
Was it that they had in the first house that looked kind of like this? Literally, someone stole that statue from the set, and they had to make a recreation of it for the...
So that was the one at her school?
Yeah, but remember, the first movie, it was in the house. And it came alive and all that. Someone literally stole that statue, I guess. So, fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's accurate.
I want to know how heavy that statue is.
Yeah, right? Yeah, and how does something like that, and imagine, tell me something like that isn't going to, put a Bing on the black market, because that's the only way you could have shown it, or sold it or whatever.
Thousands.
So, all right. The cast was amazing. They brought everybody back. They brought everybody back they could, except for one person. Let's see. What the heck was his name?
I guess he was there.
He was there,
yeah. In a way.
Yeah, so Clark Dietz, Charles Dietz. Sorry, I can't believe I couldn't remember his name. Charles Dietz was not there. You're gonna have to look into that. He's in 4 tight walls right now.
In
4 tight, uncomfortable walls right now. You'll have to look up the details on why he wasn't in this movie. I'll leave that to you guys to figure it out. It's not hard.
Was that his voice, though?
Yeah, I have a feeling it's an AI creation of it. I think it's an AI recreation of it. I kind of wonder, though, did they still pay him for his likeness? I bet they did.
I think they probably would.
Yeah, what's he got to lose where he's at?
Right.
You know what I mean?
So, I saw where Winona agreed with her Stranger Things creators that if she was ever to go back and do Beetlejuice, that they would give her that time to be able to.
Well, they've been
act
talking
in
about
that,
it for so long. I'm sure she would have had that. That's what made her. That was the movie that made her. Well, yeah, because that was really it. And then she did my gosh, I can't talk. She did Edward Scissorhands, and anyway.
Ortega reminded me a lot of her.
Yeah, Jenna Ortega has worked with Tim Burton a lot. She really plays all his characters.
Jeffrey Jones, that's his name. I don't know. I couldn't remember it all of a sudden. You'll have to look up where he's at. So, anyway, moving on.
Tim Burton did Wednesday, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, he did he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She's been working with him a lot. She said she wants to work in his movies in the future.
Oh, you guys are fixing to hate me a little bit later.
Why?
But
Why?
we'll get into it. Let's keep moving on the movie.
No, she's perfect for his whole
for the whole Tim Burton
style,
thing.
yeah.
So we'll get to it a little bit, but okay, let's move on. So let's listen. Let me mention the cast real quick. Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, Jenna Ortega, Monica Bellucci, William Dafoe. I mean, come on, listen to these names: William Dafoe, Danny DeVito, Justin Trudeau, however you say his name. Catherine O'Hara, of course, she's back, and Bern Gordman. I can't. Bern Gordon? Don't, you guys can't read my language. Bern Gordman.
It's written in a different language.
Yeah. And of course, directed by Tim Burton.
Danny DeVito was only in it for like a minute.
But he was
still there.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty gritty.
What's cool is Christopher Walken was going to play the role of
Defoe,
which would have been great too.
Dude, that would have been so good. But Defoe, I mean,
Yeah.
it's Defoe. It's Defoe.
Yeah.
So check it out. I thought it was awesome. I thought every bit of it was awesome. I thought it was the perfect movie. It was a movie I was excited to go to, and when I left, I was giddy.
Mhm.
I was just like, "Oh my gosh, thank goodness!" Because you just don't know what you're going to get from movies these days,
Especially sequels.
Right.
But
It could go so bad, especially CGI. It's awesome and it can really help movies, but man, sometimes to me it just ruins them. Sometimes, Now I will admit with Dune, it was the best thing they could have ever done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They couldn't have done it any better than by using and they didn't really the director, for some reason I can't remember his name. He did use a lot of practical effects and tried to keep away from the CG as much as he could, but you have to put a little bit in there. But man, spot on, man. They killed it. It was, to me, a perfect movie, but I had looked at other reviews on it and just kind of see what was out there, what other people were saying about it. Okay.
some people hating on it?
Oh yeah.
Really?
The critics to some degree.
No, I don't trust any critics, man.
Right.
Have you seen the first one?
They have. They all have. And they're fans of the first one. Ultimately, as a whole, they liked it a lot. But they always get, I'm going to tell you what this is what they pick. Okay, this is where you guys are going to love or hate me. But anyway, so let's break it down. Okay. So the I can't speak. The main fault they had with it, pretty much unanimously with all the reviewers that I looked at, was Belushi, the female, the wife of Beetlejuice.
Oh, I heard a bit about that.
So, let's kind of break it down a little bit. In case you haven't seen it, I'm sure you have by now, but so some new characters are Jenna Ortega, and Beetlejuice has a ex-wife. She pops into this and just freaking, I loved everything she did, but just added another element of something to make it more exciting. So check it out. The main concern, so what she is, she's a soul sucker. So the main background, we're not going to break the whole movie down. I am not going to be that reviewer. We're not going to do that, but it tells
she's a Dementor.
Yeah. Right. So she's the backstory for Beetlejuice marrying her was he was just a humble little grave robber. And
during the Black Plague.
And she came across him, sought him out, if you would say. They got married, and then she tried to kill him to suck his soul, and then he hacked her to death with a axe.
Self-defense.
That's all. Anyway, so the main criticism I've seen in this whole movie was her character. They said a lot of them were like, what was the point? She provided nothing to the story.
They had to have a bad guy.
They didn't have enough of a backstory. So many of them felt that it was completely unnecessary to have her in it. I'm like, and then the other criticism was William Dafoe's character. Like, it's William Dafoe. He's always, he's known for being over the top. They need an over top actor, and he didn't hit the bar, they would say. I'm like, he he totally overplayed the part. I thought.
Why did you say we were going to hate you for this? Do you
Okay, I'm
agree
getting
with
it.
those,
I'm
or-
getting there. I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm getting there. Okay, so what I think the whole purpose of those, and this is where I'm going to get in the nitty gritty. Okay, so it's a fun movie. It's Beetlejuice. It's just like the first one. It's not to be taken too seriously.
Mhm.
So it's fun to have a great actor like Willem Dafoe play a silly part. He was an actor. In real life, he was an actor who played a B-rate actor who played in a true detective show, and he loved to do his own stunts because Tom Cruise was his hero. Which doesn't make sense timeline. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm pretty sure he mentioned Tom Cruise in it. But anyway, maybe not. But he did his own stunts, and one went wrong, and that's how he ended up dead. Well, funny thing is, he ends up going to the world of the dead. What do they call it? Well, whatever. The world of the dead. We'll just go with for now, and ended up, becoming the head of the police force, basically the detective force for the dead. Even though he played an actor, that's what his role was, and he killed it.
I thought it was a great addition.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
And
That's
same
awesome.
with Belushi. What was her? Let's see. Dolores. That's her name. That was the character's name. Dolores. Why does she need? Why they filmed the backstory. They got married. She sucked his soul. He's chopped her to bits.
I didn't know he was Italian.
I didn't either.
That's crazy.
Right.
No, in the first movie, he says, "I hope you like Italian."
Oh, okay.
In the first movie, he says, "I hope you like Italian," and then the couple disappears and goes back to home.
Oh,
They go home,
that
and he's
was
like,
the reference that she
Yeah.
got me. She got me.
Ah.
She
she got both of us. I was
She was
stunned.
referencing the movie. And she got mad at me like, Dad, for real?
Yeah.
You said
Like,
something about
My
Italian food,
grandpa
though,
asked
huh?
for me to pass the Italian dressing, and I said the reference, and they both looked at me like they were confused. Mom didn't get it either.
That's gonna sound horrible. Anyway, so they didn't need to fill any more backstory in with Belushi. She did her part. They told the backstory. She's coming to get him back because he is hers. Whatever. Why Defoe's character was fine. It was great little tricky little funny little elements to add to the storyline just for the heck of it. It's a movie that's not to be taken too seriously. So what's the big deal, everybody? Now, I did have a problem with one character.
Really?
Oh, I already know. I already know.
I had a character. You probably heard me in the theater.
It's the boy in the treehouse.
No.
No?
Nope.
Well, you didn't like him either.
No, but
I didn't like him either.
After I
you know,
absorbed it and realized he played that part. He did. How else could he have played it? It was tricky enough.
I think who you didn't like.
I know. You said Bob.
Rory?
Huh?
Rory?
No. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry.
If you say Bob, we're gonna have a problem.
Winona's man?
No, he was great too.
Yeah,
that was hold on.
Was a total.
He was great too. That was
He's just
that
a
actor.
doofus, huh?
Justin Theroux played that part brilliant. That's his part. He played it to the T.
Yeah.
He was a D-bag.
Yeah.
That was what his role was. He was just using her for her money. Huh? Oh. He was just using her for her money, and that's exactly what he did. And then finally, when Beatles got with the truth serum, he's like, I only wanted you for your money. I only want to marry you for your money. And I never believed that you could see dead people anyway. Remember that at the end? Anyway, sorry, we're jumping all over the place. You guys give up?
Yeah.
No?
It's not the Home Alone lady.
No surrender.
Forget her name.
No, she was great.
She was awesome.
She was exactly as good as if not just as much.
Was it Jenna's character?
I think there was even a more level of crazy, like in the second movie for her.
She was psycho.
Just because of what she experienced with Beetlejuice in the house.
So
she's got some PTSD.
For sure.
Oh, for sure.
Some mental illness added, and I think they really showed that.
It was Jenna Ortega's character.
Come on.
I mean, I heard a lot of people give her hate too. They didn't like the character.
All right, you know why? Let me tell you.
We can finish it.
Let me tell you. Jenna Ortega, who played Astrid, the daughter, was too good. And that's when you looked at all the other characters, they are playing to the satire of it. There was no satire to her. She was a serious actor. But I mean,
maybe they need one serious
but because
person
she
in
had
it.
to play teenage. How do you play satire, teenage angst, and it hits you? I mean, that's the part that I battle with. Okay, because she could have been like satire, moody teenager. Oh, mom, you suck. I hate you all. They could have she could have exaggerated, but she delivered. Mom.
She stole the show.
Yeah, no, and in that way, everybody else is so satire and so funny and so silly, and then here she is with her like, mom, you just don't understand. I don't.
She was too good.
Too good.
Too good. That's her
it killed it.
That's
her critique.
It killed it for me. She was too good. I mean, and it never got. Even when it got crazy in the end at the church.
When she was dancing in the church, that was the fun part.
Yeah.
It reminded me of her Wednesday
For me,
dance
I feel like her mom in the first movie, Winona Ryder, was very like dramatic and unserious, and it makes sense that Jenna would be more serious. It adds a different element, so it's not just a repeat of the first movie.
Another type
not
of
the
teenage
same. So it's
and
not
I don't
just,
know.
like she wasn't very gothic
And that was.
either.
Sorry, I'm talking over you. And that was, I guess, if you think about the storyline, like how else are you supposed to sell that? That's obviously the main we call it narrative in the thing is the relationship between her and her daughter, the angst between the two of them. So I mean, if you look at it that way, then I guess Jenna Ortega knocked it out the park. But I personally, being a huge fan of Beetlejuice and everything about it, the overtopness, the satire attached to it, and all that, like I would have loved to have her goofy. I'm sorry. I just would have. I would like her a little less serious and been able to fake the teenage angst with a little more play in it. Gosh, Mom, you don't understand me. I hate you. I want more of that type of stuff. Call me crazy. I get it.
That's
I know I'm the
teenage
most. I know I'm the most hated person on the internet. All 20 people watch this now. But that was my character. That was my character issue. I don't know. What did you get? Did you guys love all the characters? Did you hate them? Who did you not like? Go ahead.
Yeah, the guy in the treehouse. What's his name?
What's his
Oh,
name?
hold on. I got it.
I very quickly hated him.
Okay.
And I knew
His
he was
character,
something up about
his
him.
character was too
perfect.
Okay, so I have a question for you guys. When did it... Okay, so his name was... I guess I didn't write it down. I thought I did.
I didn't like him enough to remember.
And him and Astrid weren't good for each other anyway.
Yeah, their couple
So-
didn't make sense. Yes, it was so
yeah,
fast.
she was way out of his league. In my opinion.
yeah.
He was a dork. But the actor...
He was a psychotic dork,
The actor
but...
played that part well. I
That
think
is
he
true.
did right. So, my question is... Gosh dang it. What is his name? That makes me mad that we can't...
No, Jeremy Fraser.
Jeremy Fraser.
I
That's
was
right.
reading the cast. It's Jeremy Fraser.
I just didn't like his character.
Jeremy.
His character was
I feel
so
like I should
predictable.
remember that.
Like, off the bat, you knew there was something up with him.
Yeah, it's just weird the way that they met and the way it all worked out.
Oh,
His name
I
is
also-
Jeremy.
It was
Yeah.
so fast, too. It was
So fast.
Mhm.
Yeah, come up to my room and we can...
Right, exactly.
like y'all met each other a day ago.
Okay, here we go. We can get back into it. So, what was the character's name?
Jeremy Fraser.
Jeremy Fraser. Okay.
Fraser.
So, when did it come apparent to you guys that he was a ghost? When did you start noticing the details of it?
Oh, when we couldn't see... Oh, can I get that?
No, you.
When we couldn't see his
Wait,
parents'
wait.
faces.
Oh yeah,
Sydney got
always
it very
spoiler alerts on
quickly.
this.
Off the bat, I was like, oh, there's something up with him. And then we couldn't see
Yeah.
his parents' faces.
As
And I was like,
soon- As soon as
Okay.
she came to his house, when he was walking her in, you couldn't see the parents' faces for some reason.
Right.
I
And
didn't-
Sydney called that
I didn't
out.
notice
And then
this.
the book, too. The book was just like the cherry on top. Because, like, she asked about, like, where he
Yeah,
got this
'cause
book
you
from.
only
Where
get
did
that
he
book.
get that from?
You only
Ah.
if you would that would have been the first reference, but what
I'm
gave
a little slow, so...
yeah me too.
We were calling it out from the beginning.
So it gave it
I
away
was
for
calling it out in the theater.
right. So what gave it away for me was the 90s, 80s, 90s decor. It was like,
That's a
I
good
mean,
point. I thought he
you
was
get
just
like
cool.
a teenager like
That's
her,
all right.
and they're hippies at heart, but but I'm like, that's pretty specific, you know? I didn't see him messing with his phone or anything like that. Sometimes they leave that out in a movie, but I'm like, there's something up with this guy. And why does he have that old decor in there? You know, why that? And then, you know, obviously found out what was up. So,
it was a pretty brutal way he killed his parents, too.
Right? Like, freaking kitchen utensils.
So
in the eye
for
and
his
the
mom, it was a egg beater.
Yeah.
And for his dad, it was a circular saw. Circular saw, right?
It was like
Or
the meat cutter
We
thing.
never knew
No,
why
I think
he
was
did it too.
Well, no,
They never
but,
said why.
but that's
He was
the point. You
psychotic.
know, that's what people kept getting hung up on. These reviewers, I'm like, it was
silly
enough.
movie.
It's
Yeah.
enough.
Well, they want it to be a 3-hour movie.
Yeah,
or something.
like it's supposed to be silly. It's supposed to be these
It's
little
Beetlejuice.
quips. It's
Yeah.
more interesting about the narrative between her and her daughter. It's not supposed to be about these are just fun little elements they added to it to make the story more interesting. So
I liked Astrid's father, too, by the way.
yeah,
He was awesome.
But-
that was fun.
they're trying to have a serious thing, and they
And they
had
should-
the little fish still moving on it. Like,
Piranhas.
Yeah.
but I'm like,
piranhas.
they could stop him from moving while he's having this serious exchange with them. But I'm like, you know what? That's what the movie
It's
is
okay.
about. So why does Jenna Ortega have to be so serious? That shit. If they're gonna go so serious with Jenna Ortega's character, which I think is her, I don't think that was a Tim Burton. I don't think
Jenna-
that was a Tim Burton director note for her to be that serious. That's just her being a good
she
actor.
has a very, particular style.
She's a very
of
good
acting.
actor. I'm not even a fan
She
of
is.
Jenna Ortega, honestly, but she is a very good actor.
She is very good.
Yeah.
But the fact that when he was having a serious moment, he's got his little fish,
Yeah.
he's still moving. I'm like, they could stop the fish from moving to make it more serious
Honestly,
if
yeah,
that's what they're
like-
gonna do. But if you're gonna have Jenna Ortega that serious, then why not have the thing sit still?
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress.
Go
I
ahead
digress.
and tell everybody your real favorite character in the movie, though.
Oh, okay. If anybody hasn't picked it up, I did have a favorite character. And that's my favorite character right there. Bob.
He was the best character
He was
in both
absolutely
movies.
my favorite character. More so than Beetlejuice himself. Bob was my favorite character in this movie. That's why he's front and center here with this little "Hello, my name is Bob."
So we tried to pre-order the popcorn bucket, but it was sold out already.
Mm.
So I was like, pre-order for 2025,
Right?
and it's already sold out. It's like,
Crazy.
isn't that what's the point of a pre-order?
And then if you try to get it on at eBay or anything like that, like you're talking hundreds of
That's
dollars. It's so
crazy.
stupid.
Wow.
We just need to make our own.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Okay, so let's keep moving forward. Let's talk about some of the coolest elements. So let's see how many elements they added new this time. Like, how freaking dope was Rad? Sorry, I'm Rad Randall. I should say.
How rad was.
How rad was the Soul Train, man? Like,
Oh,
what?
the Soul Train was my favorite.
The
for
Soul
sure.
Train
It was so
was
good.
so freaking cool, man. Like that, I wasn't expecting that in any way, shape, or form. What a cool way to go to the great beyond on the Soul Train, right? So, sorry, that was my favorite.
It was a great element to the movie. I
and
loved the Soul Train.
So they brought the sandworms back in the stop motion, right?
Yes.
So they brought the sandworms back in the stop motion. Amazing. It was perfect. That just I like
Did you tear up?
tear up.
There
I'm
was
like,
tears.
such a perfect movie. I was smiling from ear to ear when I left that movie. Then the lady with the cool socks outside, the lady just didn't
Oh,
cool
yeah.
like
That was
come
awesome.
on, man. I'm like,
The girl with the
These-
fingernails.
these are my people. These are my people right here.
Hey, I mean, they liked
I
it.
love
They
I
followed
love my
page.
country. I love movies, and I love that aspect of everybody's little quirkiness. And anyway, that's another thing. We had some really cool older ladies out in the parking lot after the movie. So cool. Had a good little conversation with them. Really cool. So what do you guys think about the the snakes? It's just like, oh, they've been defanged, you know.
That was so
It's just out there,
random.
and then she pulls them out like, and
What
she's
a
like,
way to die.
"Oh no!" Like,
It was so random.
and I didn't think she would.
I
Who
was
knew
like,
that she would die?
Yeah, I didn't
Right?
expect
That was-
that.
I got another thing. How many times did you think Ortega's character, why can't I ever remember her name?
Astrid
was gonna die on the bike. Like, you were sure that was. I was almost certain. Like, she's gonna get clipped here, and she's going to the dead world. And this is the narrative of this. This is the narrative of the movie. Is this mom's got to go get her daughter back, and that's how they're gonna fill their relationship, which kind of happened, just not in the way you would think. So
it was plot twisting.
So
they wanted everybody to think that.
Hats off to Tim Burton for that, man. That was sick, man. Like you're like, oh, she's gonna die now. Nope, she's not gonna die now. Oh, she's gonna die now. She's gonna die now. Oh, she hit her. She's so dead.
It's her character was so trusting. She was very much a teenager. Yeah. With a lot of the things, she was so trusting with it all.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm a father of daughters. I'm not gonna get too serious here, but when he's like, I just kind of want to hang out with you and not go give candy to the door. Just hang up in my room. Like, my heart's raised. Like, no, mother, nope. But for different reasons. Obviously, we know what his intention was. He went to switch with her.
It's like, you need a chaperone.
Yeah, he went to switch with her so he could steal her, trade places with her, because he's going to hell.
The whole scenes with them, me and Maddie were just yapping the whole time about how stupid she was in a lot of this.
I know.
It's just crazy.
She could have so been in such a bad situation.
Just like the girl off Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Frozen Empire one.
Yeah. Right.
Handwriting's pretty decent.
All right. So, all right, let's get back into it. Check it out. How cool was it how Homeboy got sent to hell?
That was my favorite part.
Honestly, my favorite character is Beetlejuice. Kind of basic, but he's my favorite character is Beetlejuice. So, the fact that it was Beetlejuice that sent him to hell, perfect.
It was just like a trapdoor.
And the first and only F word. They had one F word in the first one, and they had one F word. Now, the crazy thing about the first one is it was only rated PG.
Really?
And he said the F word.
You're allowed to have an F word in PG?
Back then you were.
Well,
but now
PG was kind of crazy.
PG-13 is one F word or some boobies. That's usually how it goes.
Can't have both?
No, you can't have both. It's one or the other. But anyway, so he said his F word, and what a great way to do it. What did it say? What did the card stamp the passport is? Shit out of luck. That's right. It said shit out of luck, and then I don't remember what he said with the F word, but he said something.
Goodbye, Effer.
That's right. Yeah. That's what he was, and then sent him to hell. Like, so freaking awesome. All right, so let's move on. Now, we're now at the church. How cool was the pastor dude? Just weird, and you just kind of wonder the whole time. At least I did. Like, what's up with this? Is there something more to this pastor or whatever he is? A priest? The priest. That's what it was. Is there something more to him than meets the eye?
Like it, yeah.
Than meets the eye, but they never really went down that path.
Because that guy always plays a bad guy in movies,
and he always plays kind of a weirdo, you know. So, but they didn't really develop on that much. He still hid like a baby when all the hell went down. All the hell went down in the church. So, come on, you guys got to be with me on this. What was the best part of the church? The church scenes.
It's pretty obvious.
I mean, the church scene was one of my favorites.
The cake song, for sure.
The cake song, and they were like started floating. It was awesome. I really liked that.
Okay,
part.
so that song, when they had they had the orchestra and all that, that song was called MacArthur's Park, and it was perfect. It was the perfect song for that scene. I don't think they could. I'm like, that is genius and brilliant right there. Mm-hmm. I'm like, Tim Burton.
I remember you saying that when we were watching it.
I'm like, I got so excited. I was giddy the whole time.
Teared up.
I had to pee, and I pee a lot. Ask
Smallest
Jessie or
bladder in the world.
Ask anybody who watches movies with me. I pee all the time. I did not.
You missed like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
3 different times.
I couldn't do it. I would have just peed myself if I had to, because that movie was so
Megan,
great.
and Maddie were in it. We held the entire movie. It was awful, but it was worth it in the end.
Literally been jamming that song all day. There's about 10 different versions of it, and I can't remember the version I like. The one that I've let jam in Harrison or something like it is his name. It's the closest to the original. There's a female that sings it as well. There's a bunch of people that sing that song, but George Harrison or something like that. I think his name is perfect. I've been jamming it all day. So let's talk about the end here. So Defoe comes in, goes through the window, and all his homies, his little cronies, his police, his officers, he goes right into the cake, and then he's like, freeze, and then, or not freeze, that's what Beetlejuice says, freeze, and they froze everybody in there. Remember Dingling, the fiance, played by Trudeau, or whatever his name is?
Rory.
Yeah. He had this called out to all the social media things to make it a big deal.
Yeah.
And then they all got sucked in their phone. Now that was a kick.
Cool.
That was a kickback.
I really
to
liked that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a kickback to the old school. What movie was it? Where they were sucked into the screen.
We need more notes.
I can't. I know, man.
There should be a stack here about this big.
I've been going on so little sleep and just trying to make it. Anyway, it was a kickback to an old movie, and I loved it. And then I don't know about you guys, but okay, we know how it went down. He had the marriage contract. She was trying to Beetlejuice him back into the realm of the dead, and he stopped her. Winona Ryder's character stopped her from saying it, and then all of a sudden, Ortega's character Astrid, right?
Yes,
Astrid,
right? Astrid read, because she's such a serious little bookworm there. She's reading out that that doesn't count anymore. And also the cut track poofs, and of course, his ex-wife's Beetlejuice's ex-wife's there, burst through the window, and Sandworm comes in, eats both of them, takes them both out. The fiance of Winona Ryder's character. Gosh, my brain.
What's her character?
I'm
She's like a classic.
so tired right now.
Winona's Ryder's character.
Oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing.
What is her name?
Lydia or something?
Lydia.
Oh my gosh. Of course
Sorry.
he remembers.
He knows.
Come on, guys.
My gosh, that's so sad.
Beetlejuice is the most important name. We're good.
Delia,
Beetlejuice.
Lydia, Astrid.
You
So
got it down. We're just not good enough.
so embarrassing.
We
Anyway,
didn't get Jeremy though.
no, we didn't.
It was a new character.
So, contract goes to flames. The exes get, I guess they were exes, both exes at that point,
Yes.
both get eaten by the sandworm, and all of a sudden, Beetlejuice starts blowing up, starts filling up with air, and then explodes, right? And even to the last minute, my whole overlook of this whole movie. Oh, wait a minute. Poster child for ADHD.
I was just thinking that.
What was up with Winona Ryder's bottom teeth? Every time she was in a scene, I couldn't pay attention because these were shiny white and these were brown. And I'm pretty sure the first TikTok and Instagram little real short that I'm gonna make is gonna be about her teeth.
Really?
Because you guys missed it.
I didn't notice that.
I noticed she looked different, but that's just because
She had white teeth up here and then just brown,
I bet
nasty
you they
teeth
did that on purpose.
Yeah, I wondered. That's why I was wondering. Like, she's been doing Stranger Things. She's
just forgetting to brush her teeth.
like,
She's been
why are
so
the
busy.
top white and the bottom are nasty? I'm like, every time she was in a scene, I was like,
That's all you can focus on.
Anytime
I don't even know what she's saying. It's like, what's with your teeth? Like, why?
like, why
Like, I
do they
couldn't even
look
imagine-
like that?
I couldn't even imagine being an actor in the scene, looking at her like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you, Tim yelling like,
Hey,
what's
sorry
with-
she hadn't gotten all the work done like all the
Right.
others.
I mean, she did get canceled, or what they called back then. Canceled. It's still canceled. She got canceled for shoplifting. They brought her back with strange. That's why
Really?
That's why her career fell off in the first place. She was, for whatever reason, she's a millionaire even back then. And then I don't know why, mental breakdown or something. But she was shoplifting and she got caught, and that ruined her career for a little while. Then they brought her back with Stranger Things. She killed it in Stranger Things. She kills it. Period. Beetlejuice, she kills it, except for those weird teeth.
The weird teeth.
Other than the weird teeth, but
Picture.
Is she British?
No.
British people are known to have weird
she's
teeth.
totally American. Anyway, my total.
Sorry for all your British fans out there.
Sorry,
Sorry, guys.
love y'all. But and on my last YouTube channel, like most of my viewership was in Britain.
Really?
I don't know why.
Hey,
4%
you
of
are
ours is.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
You're a David Bowie fan, though, aren't you?
I'm a huge David Bowie,
Then
obviously.
hush. Then hush.
Anyway, so my overall,
What's your ranking out of 10 for that movie?
it's a 10 plus.
Oh.
Absolutely. Except for Jen Ortega's character, I have no issues with. It is a perfect movie. It is a perfect movie. And I noticed this at the end. Even after all the stuff, we know that Beetlejuice's heart's desire is to be with Lydia. And again, he strikes out again. But even till the very end, when he blew up and it was just his face, and he had said that silly little thing, like, I don't even remember what it was, but I'm like, he helped more than being the bad guy, which I don't know why she's so terrified of him, honestly. He helped, he is constantly helping the family out, even for his own agenda, but even in that movie, like, he helped out. He didn't have to do nothing about anybody else, but he helped out the whole way. He was having fun the whole time. It's as if we want to be serious and in depth there, it's as if Beetlejuice knew that it was going to all go wrong, but he was still having fun with it.
Hey, Beetlejuice would have been a better husband than Roy.
All right.
Honestly, low-key hoping they would have got married. But then I was like,
I really thought
would've
that
been
I
all
really
right.
wanted them to get married. I'm like, please let them get married this time.
Well, you have to think of the ending. Remember?
Right.
She wakes up from a dream. He sets up and he's like,
Yeah.
I just had the weirdest dream. He's
And then
in
he
her
was in
bed,
bed with
but
her,
he
so
should
that
be
means that-
in hell or the afterlife, but he's not.
But he's still giving her the whole movie. He's giving her little signs. That's what making her go so crazy in the first place. Remember those little signs there and there. So even after that, even after he goes back, he's still sending her little signs. And then look at the wicked little Beetlejuice baby
that Beetlejuice
was
baby
born
was
from
crazy.
Astrid's
Terrifying.
from Astrid. I'm like, holy crap!
That was such a weird twist. It was so Tim Burton of the movie.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
Is there going to be a Beetlejuice, or are we done?
I think they're done.
I
but-
hope they are, because I feel like it could ruin it. In the
I have a
future.
prediction.
What?
There's definitely, and they better do it, and I'm sure they will do it, gonna be a
Bob movie?
Bob movie,
Dude.
right? Would you watch that
Well,
movie?
I feel
Imagine.
like
Probably
it would
not.
be like a skit. Like, you know how they
Oh,
make
I'm dragging you to it.
skits?
If they make a Bob movie, y'all are coming. I'm dragging you guys.
I bet there'll be an Astrid movie.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. It's
The Bob movie. That would be the one.
I wouldn't watch
I
it without
feel like-
Beetlejuice. I'm sorry.
honestly, I feel like it would be more of like a skit. You know how they make like the short
what?
films?
I'd watch that
Well,
too.
yeah, but I don't think like
If it was a
there would
short
be a
film,
Bob movie.
I'd watch it.
You know?
So
So-
glad that Keaton was
Yes.
Beetlejuice. It would have been
wouldn't
terrible without
It would
him.
not have been the same. No, not at all. Not the same movie by any measure. So, you guys made me rank it. What do you guys rank it?
I think it's a 10 out of 10 because it complemented the first one.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, 10 out of 10. It
10
really
out of 10.
compliments the
I
first
don't
movie.
give
I love it.
tens.
That's good. That
So
makes
I'd
you a better
say about
person.
about an 8.
I give 10s for every. I give
That's a good.
I-
It's good. It's good.
I give
Right.
10s for dogs giving hand. You know,
I kind of go by the
Handshakes.
Dave Portnoy
That's
pizza. One
smart.
bite, everybody knows the rules. Kind of so like
Mhm.
an 8.0 is pretty dang good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I would need to dial it back, but I'm always over the. I'm always over the
10.
top. I'm
So
all,
the first movie's a 10.
10,
The second
second
You know
movie's
what?
10.
You know what? 9.5. Honestly,
All right.
It can't be a 10. It's the original Beetlejuice's Beetlejuice.
I think it was perfect because it complemented the first one. I feel like they really could have ruined it, but they didn't. It was
What
perfect.
did what did you give Alien Romulus? We didn't rate that one.
Mm,
I'll probably give it like a 6.8.
Well, he's not allowed to give 10s anymore.
no, I wouldn't give 10s for everything. I would probably be about 6, 7 for that one.
Yeah.
it falls right in suit with the rest of them, except for there were some few little weird things that weren't quite as good. The small cast that killed me. Like I was pretty.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that bummed me out. That almost makes it a 5 point. No, I'll still go 6. I'll still go 6, but that little small, only 4, 5. Well, how many people was it?
5.
5 people are gonna get killed. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, what fun? And an android. I mean, no, not. It's low. It's lower. I would definitely go with the 6 for that because that was not. I don't know. I didn't like the small cast. I want more people to die. When I watch a movie like that. And also, I had a nasty taste in my mouth from the one that I had the issue with before, with the little girl, like how the drunk crazy person live and the child gets killed. We couldn't save the child. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
That's messed up. And they left so many things out with Romulus. Like,
sorry to change subject.
No, but like, why put the stupid android in the freezer? You know, why? What happened to the mom? Is she still alive? Is she dead? Would they, like why would she be dead? There's no reason why. He didn't break her neck or anything. You guys didn't see that movie, so
No,
I guess you guys
I'm just observing the ADHD off.
Yeah, you
your
guys
child of
I shouldn't have
ADHD.
mentioned
Yeah, I was gonna say you got me on a whole tangent now.
All right, back to
Beetlejuice. Dope shirt.
Oh yeah,
That is the shirt of shirts. I don't have anything like that, but I got these little shrunken heads on mine, so I figured it
I
was
color
close enough.
coordinated.
Right.
Green,
and piranhas.
black.
Look,
Shout out to
Right.
Megan. She got it for him. She can't be
Yes.
here tonight.
Yeah, we miss her. Hopefully she'll be on the next one. I don't know how many more of these they're gonna do with me. I hope a lot, but no pressure. You can only take so much of me.
I'm
So.
glad you had me on. So
We should review Split next. Make him watch it.
Oh.
Yes.
I got a secret for you guys. I'm a horror wimp. Unless it's
It's not even
It's
a
not a
horror.
horror
Unless
movie.
it's
thriller.
unless it's a funny 80s over the
It's
top.
not scary.
It's not funny,
Horror
but it
movie.
is a thriller that makes you go, dude.
You're like, no.
It's a
What?
little funny,
It's funny, honestly. We were.
etc.
Is it worth reviewing? Would it be worth reviewing though? Talking about?
Etc.
Et cetera.
Talk like that.
Okay.
It's
You got it down.
you will laugh. You might tear up a little.
I'll just wear a yellow raincoat.
Okay.
It's not a comedy, but it's like total mind.
So
It's
maybe
crazy.
not next episode, but in a future episode, you guys want to do a
Yes.
split?
Oh, I'm
Yes.
so passionate about it.
Sure.
That would be
I
so
really
fun.
want to. It was so good.
All right, cool. We'll do it. Anything else we didn't cover with Beetlejuice?
Hmm.
No, we're
I
good.
think we're good. I think we covered it. Until
All
next
right.
time.
Until
Stay
next time.
local.
No, wait a minute, no. It's Caught Red. Great show. Go check out the Caught Red podcast. On all the podcast things, and if you guys are feeling sorry for me, please come check out my podcast. But very good one. True crime podcast. That I think is in the top 3 for sure. It's my ranking, but
Calm down.
it's awesome. So,
Top 3 in Faulkner County.
County.
hey man, I love it. So, you know what I always say? It's getting crazy out there. The world's kind of upside down and all over the place, but we're all going to make it. We're all going to hang in there. It's all going to be good. So, you know what I always say? Don't judge me. I'm just doing my thing and you do yours. See you on the next one. Peace!
How many times did you practice that in the mirror?
Oh, for sure.